You know, everyone here keeps playing the same terrible shit game put out by EA Sports, who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing with hockey. I mean, they truly don't understand hockey. But yet, every year they come back, and hopefully one year, the 239 hockey will make online hockey great again.
No fucking clue what I just said. I imagine you guys are playing video games, so hopefully you guys get out a couple times, get some exercise, a little fresh air, not just sit in front of the Xbox. But like I said, the Hockey League 239, we need a big year from all you guys. Let's not, what's the word for it? I don't know if that's even right, because I don't know if there's, anyway. But let's have a good year. Give it your all, give it your best. When you think of Xbox, think of life, think of love, think of there's no tomorrow, no retreat, no surrender at the Xbox League 239.
This league has been around for 29 fucking years. You know, we got Yambag, the founder, who hasn't done jack shit for 28 seasons. You know, he must be a fucking Maple Leafs fan. He's at the Maple Leafs. You know, that's what he is. He's at Yambag in the Maple Leafs. I mean, they haven't been to the Stanley Cup final now in almost 60 years. I mean, not since there was only 6 teams in the league. I mean, that's a joke.
And yeah, online hockey leagues. It's a good idea. I think everything went online during 2020, didn't it? Thankfully, I was way ahead of the game. The whole YouTube thing helped me out because I'm already online. I didn't need to change anything. I just needed to stay socially distanced from myself.
Gala needs to be fucking banned. Because Gala doesn't shut the fuck up in Discord chat, and he's always fucking trolling. He's a fucking spammer who is fucking feeble and driving everyone nuts, and he needs to be out the fucking league. But no, the admins do nothing.
I just want to say hi to everyone. Brick for Vezina. I guess he deserves it. Alright, take care of yourself.
And we know it's time to free vets. Hashtag free vets.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are live, coming to you guys here, 239 Hockey. My name is Mr. Hollywood, and welcome to another episode here of your recaps. We're going to go over the final night of the regular season on here. We had two series from this past Thursday night, and then we have the playoff pictures. The teams are all set. The opponents have all been figured out here. I don't know how long it took, but it's here on this Saturday. I have that for you guys here, the matchup, plus a blockbuster announcement about tomorrow night, Sunday night. All that, their stats, your top player tonight, top highlights, and also, on this episode, there's going to be a lot of highlights. I got messaged on here by a couple guys, that watch the show, some of the regulars on here, and really like the highlights I bring in, so they want to see more. So as far as when I recap the series, the games, you're going to see at least one highlight in each of the games, possibly like 10 in each series. So not only the big moments of the games where I felt like of the series, obviously your overtime winners, the game winners on there, and if there was any anything interesting happening in that specific game. So you're gonna see all of that here today. It's great. It's a Saturday night, nonetheless. Saturday night's main event over here. And playoffs begin soon this Monday coming up. I can't freaking wait. I mean, you sense it. You feel it in the air right now, man. I mean, that's playoffs about to kick off here with the 8 teams competing. And, I mean, looking at the standings here, first time ever, 239 Hockey, the way it's going down. And there's been a lot of talk, a lot of discussion in the chat and the Discord about how nobody selected the number 8 team. And I'm going to tell you guys here why later on the broadcast. But let's get things started. Let's go over the scores here first before I get sidetracked over there on that. So we had 2 series. We're going to start things off here. Wizzy War, Summer of George. Big matchup here. Now coming into this series, they were actually dead last on there. They had the 3 games on hand. And a series win here would actually move them up 2 spots up. But going up against that Rat Revolution team led there by Radley himself, and they were looking to try to get the number 1 spot on here, or possibly number 2. So coming in, this was a tough matchup. On top of that, Summer of George were without Esoteric on here. Now, did Wizzy listen, man? Did he not move Abbott? Did he leave him at that left wing spot? Thank God he did, because I don't think the series would have went this way. Let's go to the recap here. Let's start things off. So, Summer of George against Rat Revolution here. First game. Opening game, Radley and the boys got a 2-1 lead here in the second period. 16-minute mark. Hammer over the booty. Clapping on the backhand short side. That made it 3-1 Rat Revolution. But they would not be done because off the next faceoff, that was Clappin's second goal of the game. Summer of George with the puck. That's Odd Guy. Gets it back. Tries to bring it in, but Hammer with the interception over to Rat, and Radley buries it on the backhand through the goalie's legs. He will tack in another goal in the third, and all Rat Revolution here, 5-1 final. Wow. So tremendous start here. And I believe Summer of George were actually up 1-0 to start the game. That was all Rat Revolution after that. Hammer on here. Final tally, 4 points here in this game. Drug was just unstoppable. Look at that, 15 saves, 93.8 save percentage. Tremendous. And the Rats take game 1. We go to game number 2. Now this one was back and forth. 2-1 lead here with 5 seconds remaining in the second period. Face off here. in the opposite zone, but a shot down the boards. And how does that go in? Oh my God, Abbott races down with 0.4 seconds remaining. I don't know how you do that, but they did. That would tie this game up. Just tremendous. I mean, I don't know where the defense was. I don't know where the goaltender was doing that play. To give up a goal like that, I mean, you had a face-off in your opponent's zone with 5 seconds remaining. The worst thing that should happen at that point is no goals with the lead. But no, 2-2 game. We go into the third period here where it's still tied. About 4 minutes to go, late in the third. Odd guy gets it over to Reap. Reap over to Abbott on the boards. Jimmy's got it. No, he doesn't. Looks like, did Jimmy put that one in his own net? It looked like it from up here. And Summer of George take the lead with that goal. I mean, it wasn't pretty, but it counts. That's not Jimmy hockey right there. But it wouldn't be over there. A minute and a half to go. Rat Revolution trying to tie things up here. There's Reeps. And Hammer with the great turnover in their own zone. Pass to Booty Clappin, who ties the game up. And he's going to force overtime. We go into OT. Here on the face-off. In Rat Revolution's zone here. 10:32 mark of overtime. The draw one. Wizzy War grabs it and buries it. Mr. Overtime. Wizzy War gets the big win for his squad there. And that was huge for that win. Look at the final tally here. Both Wizzy and Abbott, 2 goals each. 4-3 overtime winner. Rat Revolution had the lead twice in this game. And you look at some of those goals, man, that one that Jimmy put in his own net, plus the one before the second period ended. I don't think that game should have went to overtime at all, but it did. So we got a tie series here going to the rubber game number 3. And in this one, 2-2 all even in the third. And there's Booty Clappin off that one-timer shot. He buries it to give Rat Revolution the lead. However, moments later here, we got a save by Drug. Watch Rat here, the blue icon on there, and he's going to pick a fight here with Sniper as they swing out. Now, I don't agree with this decision here. You got a 3-2 lead. A lot of time still remaining in this game. Now, I know this squad has gone into a lot of fights with other teams, but it was at that point where the game was over or they had a huge lead, and Rat loses the fight, but they still lead the game here. Now, remember, AIs are on the screen here waiting for the whistle. Here's Hammer. Brings it in. About 3 minutes to go. Odd Guy hits him. Odd Guy's just a beast back there behind the net, trying to get that puck. Puck goes loose, goes the other way. Weasel's going to get it around the boards, but a great keep in. And there we go. And there's the goal. Who was that? And that's the computer AI. Are you kidding me? So the computer, because of the fighting, ties this game up. All even here. 3-3. A minute and a half to go. Off the next very face-off. Puck around the boards. There's Sniper in front. And it's Odd Guy. What's he doing up there? He's scoring goals, baby. And that would be the game winner. As Wizzy War, Summer of George, take game 3 here. 4-3 is your final. And just tremendous. But once again, I mean, I blame the, that was just a dumb maneuver by the Rat Revolution. Odd Guy with the big win here. Sniper again on the assist on that game winner. Final tally here. Despite the loss here, and I don't get this, you know what I mean? Let me get back on camera. And listen, for Rat Revolution to lose this series, this was awful. This was awful on here. You win game 1, tremendous 5-1. Game 2 shouldn't even have gone into overtime. It did. You lost that one, but you at least came up with a point. And then here in this game, you got the lead again late in the third period here. Why are we starting fights? Why are we going into the fights there? It cost them because you got a computer AI that scored. I mean, that computer AI picked up that rebound like nothing, man. I mean, it's very difficult to do that as a human-controlled player. He gets the goal to tie this game up, which should have never happened. And then Odd Guys left alone there on that game winner. I blame the captain. I'm looking at you, Radley, man. I'm blaming the captain on here to get into a fight, to get into that whole, put himself off the ice for like at least 6-7 minutes. I mean, it was a while till that whistle finally broke. But and look at this, man. I mean, how do you lose a series? Hammer had 9 points in that series, Clappin with 6. Two of the guys that most points in this game between the two teams. And then Drug had 45 saves, 83.3%, and he lost the series. That's uncalled for, man. And for Radley heading into the playoffs right now, I mean, that's something I look at right here, right now. I mean, remember, these overtime points ain't going to get you anything, man. You'd be down 2-1 in the series right now, man, if this was the playoffs. So, Rav, figure it out, brother, man. But I'm not taking anything away here from Summer of George, man. They came in without Esoteric. It didn't matter. And I love the fact that Wizzy War, listen, man, Wizzy War did not move his left winger. He kept Abbott at that left wing spot. They got the W. It didn't matter. Sniper came in there, played that center spot on there perfectly fine. I thought he did great. They looked great. They got the series win here. They move up the ranks to number 6. And here's another team. You know, I spoke about Pale Poner and the Coyotes. Nobody picked them as opponents. Nobody's talking about why nobody picked Wizzy War, a team that started awful this season, a team that started that, you know, looked like it was going to collapse. He traded almost half the team on here, but he turned things around. And here's an interesting stat. Heading into the playoffs, if these guys get their roster, if they have the lineup, well, at this point, it doesn't even matter if Iso's there, if Sniper's there. As long as he keeps Abbott at that left wing spot, this team will do good stuff in the playoffs. Count on and on here. But if he switches things up, man, it may be an early exit. Here's a stat for you guys, man. You guys love stats, right? You love when I bring out the stats. Abbott, all right? Guy that you paid, what, almost close to 60 bods, man. Left winger at best. He played 9 games this season as your left winger, man. That's uncalled for. That's not even half the games here. 21 game season here. Your left winger only played 9. That's 3 series. And get this. The games that he played at the left wing spot, this team has an 80% win percentage with Abbott at the left wing spot. So what are you doing here, man? What are you doing? How are you finishing the season below 500? You're 9-11-1, man. And you got 80% win percentage with Abbott at the left wing spot. I mean, the numbers don't lie, man. Mr. Hollywood does not lie. Hopefully, Wizzy War takes that, man, and continues to roll in the playoffs. And it's going to be very interesting, man. I mean, like I said, Sniper looked very good here in this game. He's got Esoteric as well. We'll see what he goes with for the playoffs. Moving on, man. I got the other series, which was the Free Vets, led there by Big C against Captain Lemansky. Incredible team. Team looking to finish in first here. Will they do it, man? Big C, I know he was looking to move up in the ranks. And starting this off did not look good for Free Vets, man. Game number 1, already 1-0 for Lemansky's squad. There's the turnover freak over to Lemansky to Sauce. Back to Lemansky, and he roofs that one. He wouldn't be done there, though, man. That makes it 2-0 here in the second, still with a 2-goal lead. There's the nice pass to Lemansky on the backhand finishes. That's his second goal. That makes it 4-1. And then in the third here, 10 minutes to go. Tomahawk turns it over. There's a shot from the point, and Lemansky picks up the garbage, gets the hat trick, and Captain Lemansky's incredible team here in game number 1. 7-1 is your final. Shots on goal, not even close here. 21-7. Just domination right here in game 1. Freak, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points. And Lemansky, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points. So we go from that 7-1 game to a scoreless game here in game 2. Big C switches things up on the lineup there. We see Tomahawk coming into the left wing spot, and Rocky goes down to play defense here. That right D spot here. Would it work out? Well, it was a much closer game, that's for sure. 0-0 here on the power play for Vets. 12 minutes to go. Battle for the puck. Loose puck still there. Joe Shiny's got it. Gets it over. Big C shot. Save. Tomahawk. No good. Puck still in the zone. Big C's got it. And he finds Tomahawk with the one-timer. And that would end up being the game winner. 1-0 is your final shutout win for Immortal in net there. Perfect. 14 saves. Jesus had a tremendous game as well. 92.9. But his team could not get on the board here. Big win. Big shutout win. And Tomahawk stepping up here, coming in left wing spot, gets the only goal of the game. So we're all tied here. Heading into game number 3, the rubber game, where Lemansky's got the lead 2-1 here in the second. There's Joe Shiny. Shot is blocked. Puck stays in there, though. Tomahawk somehow from the boards gets that one to go, and that ties the game up. So after coming off with a huge game winner, game 2, he ties it up here in game 3. Look at the shot. I mean, from what angle? Doesn't matter. It counts. So all tied here in period number 3. 7-minute mark coming up. Vets team looking at it. There's Trey. Shot on net. Save made by Jesus. Lemansky is trying to get that puck. Rocky gets whaled. Oh my God. How's your face feel? There's Lemansky in the offensive zone to Sauce. Sauce over the Freak. 3-2. Sauce would tack in another goal with like 5 seconds remaining. That's the game winner right there by Freak. And they take this one here. 4-2 is the final. Another tremendous performance here by Jesus in net. 90.5 save percentage. 19 saves in this one. And what about Sauce? Hat trick. 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points. Points on each of the goals. Final tally here. We had Freak, 3 goals, 7 assists, 10 points, a +7 in this series. That leaves us here with my player of the night. It was a tough one here, but this man earns it right there. I think that's the reason they win this series as well. That's Jesus. 90.5 save percentage in this series. 38 saves, 2 wins. The only loss he had was that 1-0 shutout win. I mean, you can't win games if your team can't score, right? So you can't blame him on that one. But nonetheless, player of the night, no doubt. Tremendous. You know, we talk about this team's offense, how great the offense is. But what about the net minding right there? There you see the big glove save. And that leaves us with our highlight of the night right here in the Rat Revolution game. Puck. Reeps got it. And it's intercepted by Ratterley. Poked at it. He gets tripped up. Doesn't matter. Still ends up putting that one in. Your highlight of the night. Rat. Love it, man. Ratterley just battling for this one here. With the turnover. And with the goal. So that takes care of that. So we know where each team stands. So at the end of the season, Captain Lemansky's squad over there has got the best team, the best record, President Trophy winners right there, 31 points. Rat Revolution below him with 27, tied there with Illuminati, but I believe they get the... no, Illuminati should be the number 2. I'm sorry. They got the more wins. Imploders at number 4 with 24. Free Vetty Wap, 21. Summer of Georgia at 19. And How the Turntables with 18 points. And then the bottom of the bottom, the Wile E. Coyotes. So the way the playoffs this season, as opposed to the previous one, is the higher seed gets to pick who they want to play. And I don't know what you guys think about this, but Lemansky did not pick anybody from the bottom. From 3 down. He took the number 3 squad, tied there with Illuminati, against the Rat Revolution squad here. Now, I do understand why he took it. I mean, in the regular season, they did come out with big wins there against Ratterley and the squad, and they've also been struggling here and there, man. So they want to take out the big boys first, I guess, right? So there's the pick with that. Remember, sometimes people look at the matchups, and since they swept them in the regular season, hey, why not, right? So the next pick there was with Good. Illuminati had the next pick, and they chose Hall of Fame squad. I think this is a great pick here, going up against How the Turntables, who've been struggling as of late. I mean, look at the record on here. As far as goals for as well, not so hot. And they just played them not too long ago. This past week, it was a sweep on there. So they feel confident they're going to do it again on there. And why not? So next, Rocco, Sexy Rocco and the Imploders. And they elected to go up against Big C, the reigning champion there, Free Vetty Wap. Did not select the bottom teams on there. And once again, Rocco did sweep this team, but it was, and I think it was their only sweep. But there was overtime games in that one. It was a tight one. It wasn't like just go in there win it. So that's gonna be an interesting matchup over there, depending type of Big C squad we're gonna get here in the playoffs. And then that leaves us here with Pale Poner and Agent Sook over there, Silly Sook, whatever you call him right now, man. The Wile E. Coyotes against Wizzy War, Summer of George. I mean, here's the thing, man. I mean, if I'm Pale Poner and Agent Sook right now, man, I mean, talk about a team that's in 8th place and where none of these teams wanted to play them. It was by default that they fell to play against Wizzy War. And for a team that's ranked in 8th place, you got to feel confident about that, because you see how, these teams do not want to play against you. Number 2 on here, you're the last seed. You don't have to go up against the top 4. You're going up against the number 6 ranked. I mean, when do you see that? You know what I mean? So for number 8 seed to get that, that's great. I mean, much better than the number 7 seed, right? Going up against number 2. So I think that's fairly good right there. And if you guys didn't check it out in the Discord, a big reason why, we've got a huge DMAR video showcased on there for you guys. And I feel one of the reasons why teams avoided playing the Coyotes on that. And it was also mentioned by Lemansky in the Discord. They've got a huge squad. You never know what you're going to get. You know what I mean? You never know, what lineup are they going to come up with. So it's very hard, I guess, for some of these teams to, going into a series. Like, how do you prepare when you don't know which captain's going to be in there, man, or who they're going to use on that? So, and maybe that was the reason as well. So with that, Wizzy War's team's looking good too, man. For a team to be in the 6th spot, I don't think there's any easy games here. You know what I mean? It's going to be very interesting here in the playoffs for this. Now, I don't want to dive in too much into the playoffs, into the matchups on here, because like I said early in the show, I had a blockbuster announcement for you guys, and I still do. tomorrow night, Sunday on here, we're gonna try to get a panel of guests over here. I know myself, I know Johnny B expressed interest on there, Rocky Dangles as well. Would like to have at least one or two more guys. I was gonna ask Mr. Anderson, but now he's in the playoffs for the first time, which sucks, man. But no, I'm just kidding. But we're trying to get a fourth panel on there. The more the better, just to get opinions. And what we want to do is a playoff thing each round, each Sunday for the next 3 weeks. Give you guys prediction of who we think is going to advance, is going to win to the next round. We'll look at the matchups. We'll take a look at the keys, the advantages, disadvantage of each team. Like, what's it going to take for a team to advance, to beat the other squad, you know what I mean? Not just selecting the teams, but, you know, breaking it down more. How they performed this season, how they performed against those opponents, and, you know, where their strengths lie, where their weaknesses are, and all of that. And bottom line, our prediction of who is advancing, who's going to go into round number 2. So check that out tomorrow night. Like I said, Johnny B will have more info putting this thing together, and hoping to get at least one or two more guys. If not, we'll roll with the 3 that we have. So Sunday night, tune in tomorrow, possibly same time as I did here tonight, maybe around 10, 11, you know, whenever we could get the guest that hasn't been finalized yet. But that's all I got to hear. You know, for this Thursday, I apologize. I came in a bit late. This past Friday, you know, school started this week with the kids and everything, and then work being difficult as well here in September. But you know, it is what it is. Hope you guys like the Saturday broadcast. Like I said, I did want to change things up a bit as far as the recap. If you guys like the new format with the more highlights in there, let me know. Or if you guys want to see something else, different opinions, man, always send me a DM. I'm always open to, you know, make the shows better. Make it it's for the community, for you guys on there. And tomorrow's going to be an interesting one. You know, we're going to try to get more opinions on here, not just myself, and run through this playoffs. Playoffs here, baby. Atmosphere is great. 239hockey.net. Can't get any better, man. See you guys tomorrow. Mr. Hollywood signing out. That does it for me here. Have a good night, everybody.